Limit script. INT The Purple Cow Bar, night. Bar busy. We see Leo aged 19 carrying 3 drinks to Jake aged 23 and Shane aged 21. Leo. Nothing like a Saturday night out. Lads. Jake. Yeah, but Sunday's dull as hell and no one likes Monday. I've been driving around all week. Shane. Stop venting and moaning, we're here to escape the crap we have to deal with. Jake. Or I'll try to stop. Leo. Come on man, you shouldn't let these negative things ruin a good night out with your mates. Jake. Thanks man. The 3 continued to talk and drink for a while. Jake. Damn, it's getting quite late and I've booked a taxi. Leo. Yeah, we should go. I'm not a fan of staying up late, especially in a public place. EXT The Purple Cow night. Jake, Shane and Leo walk out of the Purple Cow. Shane. BBRRR, it's as cold as a morgue out here. Jake. The taxi should be here soon. They wait until the time Jake booked the taxi for. Jake. Should be here right now, but since it's Saturday night it might be stuck in traffic. They wait longer, taxi still didn't come. Shane. Jesus Christ, I'm getting hyperthermia out here. Leo. Where is this guy? It shouldn't take this long. Jake began to think. Jake. Well, there are no trains at this time, Leo can't drive and I'm definitely over the limit, so I don't think there's any other options other than waiting. Shane. Come on, you've been driving that retarded lorry for years, can you just drive a car with just a few drinks? Jake. Well, I don't know. Shane. Seriously, this taxi is not coming and I'm colder than a penguin, what else are we going to do? Jake. Duh, alright, I will drive, but I will take it slow. Jake, Shane and Leo get into Jake's car and drive off towards the city. INT Jake's car night. Jake was driving with Leo in the front passenger seat by his side while Shane was sitting behind Leo. Shane was extremely drunk and getting impatient as Jack was driving slower than usual. Shane. Come on Jack, you're going slower than a snail. Speed up. Now. Jake. Well, it isn't really safe to do so. Shane. I don't give a damn about safety, it will be morning before we get home at this pace. Jake began to drive faster as he didn't want to hear Shane's bickering. Shane. Wahoo. Pump up that fat dirty bass bitch and make my ears bleed. Jake. Sorry Shane, but you're making it hard to focus. Shane. What's wrong with you man? Can't you just have a bit of fun? Shane continued to shout and cheer until they reached a park where Jake began to lose control of his car. Jake. Shit. The car skidded to the right and crashed into a tree on the rear passenger side where Shane was sitting. A witness of the crash called an ambulance and IT arrived to take Shane, Leo and Jake to the hospital. We learn that while Jake and Leo only have minor injuries, Shane had his leg amputated. A montage shows that Jack has been fined, got his license suspended for 12 months and got fired from his job as a lorry driver. 3 days later. INT Leo's house day. Leo hears a knock at his door, he opens it and Jake was there looking glum. Jake. Hey man, can I come in please? Leo. Sure. Jake walks into the house. Jake. I can't say sorry enough for what happened that night. Leo. I can't say I know what you were thinking of to drive when you were as drunk as a lord. Jake. I just wanted to get home and Shane was ranting down my ears, so I just thought if I was careful. Leo. You were an idiot, I shouldn't have got in the car with you, and apparently Shane got his left leg shredded like paper. Jake was in complete silence for 3 seconds. Jake. Well. Leo. To be honest, he was being an idiot too, but with all this being said, I just don't want to be with you much anymore. Jake. Are you sure? Leo. Yes. Jake. Deep sigh, okay. Jake leaves Leo's house and goes to his flat. Jake's flat day. Jake sat down looking very stressed and nervous. Jake. I can't see Shane after what happened with Leo. Plus, the hospital he's at is stupidly far away. I'm not taking a cab. 2 weeks later. Freeman Hospital night. Shane is laying in a bed with a wound dressing covering his amputation. Shane. Nurse. This coffee is cold. Nurse. Oh, sorry sir, I'll get another one as quickly as possible. Shane. Where the hell is Jack? He caused this, why hasn't he shown up? Nurse. Okay sir, here is your coffee, I made sure it's hot. Shane. Thanks cupcake. Nurse smiles and leaves. Shane. Hey, are you a doc? Doctor. Yes, Shane Hart. Any requests? I'm happy to help. Shane. That bastard, well if I'm now down I'm taking him with me, but how do I kill him when I'm in here? Wait, at UNI did they talk about the dark web and that it has a hitman for hire websites? Hey doc, can I have a computer? Doctor. Why do you want one? Shane. It's none of your business. Doctor. That's okay. Doctor gives him a hospital laptop and he chooses the guest account. Shane. Okay, the first thing I need to get is an onion root. Shane finds a Tor web browser that uses proxies to access the dark web. He finds a website called Shadow Basalt of the Universe, Assassins for Hire. Shane. This looks like a legitimate website. Shane click on a thumbnail that says Hire Assassin and IT came up with the options and payment methods. Shane. Okay, I just need to type in Jake's phone number and buy some Bitcoin to pay the assassin. Shane types in Jake's details and completes the payment. Shane. I'm not 100% sure this will work, but it's worth a try to see that idiot dead. 3 days later. Purple Cow EXT evening. Jake. What the hell was wrong with me? I've lost 2 friends and now have a crap job with a terrible wage. Size, maybe a responsible pint might make things better. While Jack enters the Purple Cow, a woman dressed all in black was watching him and she followed him into the pub. Purple Cow IT. Bartender. Good evening, what can I get for you? Jake. Phew, I'm not really sure. Just a pint of Foster's. Bartender. Sure thing, mate. The bartender pours Jack a drink and Jake pays for it. Jake. Thanks man. The woman that watched Jake from the outside and followed him, sat next to him by the bar. Jake. Who are you? Woman. Hi, I'm Sasha. The woman fakes her name because she doesn't have one. Woman. I've got to say you are visually appealing. Jake. Wow, thanks. I never thought a French woman would come to a 23-year-old deadbeat like me, it's usually the opposite. Woman. Well, it is what's in the inside that counts. I can imagine a beautiful rich man that is a cruel, unloving bastard. Jake. Thanks, you sure are a lovely lady. They talk more for 10 more minutes until Jake goes to the toilet. Then whilst he's away, the woman pulls out what appears to be a syringe and spikes his drink. Jake. That was nice, just had 4 people in the queue and the toilet paper had almost run out. Woman. Typical problems that are just there. Jake was about to drink the rest of his pint until a really drunk person knocked IT over his trousers. Jake. Oh, damn it. Hey Sasha, you have a towel or tissue of any kind? Woman. Sigh, I'll get you some. The woman got some napkins and gave them to him and cleaned himself up. Jake. Thanks, that was a really stupid thing to happen, but I'll get another smaller drink. The woman felt annoyed as she used up all the poison in the drink that was spilled. Woman. Sorry, I have to go now. Hope to see you again soon. Jake. That's fine. The woman leaves the bar. Woman. What the hell happened back there? The target would usually be on his deathbed right now. I guess I'll have to try again tomorrow. The next day. Newcastle Library INT morning. Jake. I don't know why, but I like looking at children books. It brings back lots of memories of being in primary school and writing our interpretations of the books we read, like the Roald Dahl stuff, but these days I'd rather read Lord of the Rings. Jake was looking at the adult section when the same woman from the pub arrived. She followed him upstairs but kept out of his sight. Jake. I'm thinking about it. I have never read The Hobbit. I might give this a read. He picks up the book and goes to the top of the stairs, and the woman sneaks behind him, but he stops. Jake. It kind of creepy that this library was very busy when I was 12 and now it's more empty than a ghost town. He began to walk down the stairs and the lady pushed him down, but lucky for him he caught a banister, so his injuries were not fatal. Librarian. My God, are you alright? The librarian walked over to him. Jake. Thanks, I'm fine, I think. The book's alright. The librarian picked up the Hobbit book. Librarian. I would never have thought someone like you would be into fantasy. Jake. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings, but I don't really care much about books like Harry Potter and Narnia. I guess it's because I grew up with Lord of the Rings. Librarian. Everybody likes different things. I know a person who liked Percy Jackson more than Harry Potter. The woman exited through the fire exit when Jake and the librarian were talking. Jake borrowed the book and left the library. He picks up his mobile phone. Jake. Hey, can I have a taxi from Newcastle Main Library to Quire Street as soon as possible? The taxi driver responds. Jake. Thanks, mate. The taxi arrives and Jake jumps in and they drive to Quire Street. Taxi pulls up outside the Butches and Jake gets out. Jake. Thanks. Quire Street, Butches INT afternoon. Bill, Jake's boss. What kind of time is this? You're late. Jake. Sorry, somebody pushed me down the stairs at the library. Bill. Totally believable story, just get to work. Jake went to work. He thought about every bad thing that has happened and how much he regretted driving drunk. He continued working until the female assassin arrived for the third time. She sneaks in the alley of the Butches. Jake. Never thought I would ever say I miss being a lorry driver. This is just a hellhole of a job. Jake heard a knock on the fire exit near his workspace. He was confused at first but decided he was going to answer it. Jake. Hello? He opens the door and sees the assassin again. Women. I'm tired of all this stalling. She grabs a meat cleaver and attacks Jake. Jake. Jake manages to duck the blow and had a struggle with the women until Jake manages to force the cleaver in her chest, killing her in the process. Jake. Oh, hell below, first car crash, now manslaughter. What even should I do now? Well, I need to get rid of the body first. While he was disposing the body, a note fell out of her pocket. Jake picked it up, read it and learned that Shane hired the hit woman to him. Jake. Shane, you selfish bastard. Well, if you want me dead for what you did, well, I'll show you something. 2 days later. Freeman Hospital night. Jake entered the hospital and asked where Shane was. He had a look of extreme anger on his face and with a tight fist entered Shane's room.